that I'm sure is like hot topic going on in the Atlanta Falcons community. And I know that you probably noticing somebody is missing. Our most famous contributor to the show is Twisted. If anybody is, religious or whatever like that, or, just say a quick prayer for my man, whatever. If you know him on, Twitter or Instagram or whatever like that, just show your support. Actually, in the comment section, I want y'all to say, just show your support for Twisted Torch TV, Jumpman T. If you know him from any other, projects or any other videos that you see him in, just show your support real quick in the comment section. Rich, talk to him, my man.
What up, everybody? You already know. Let's get it going. Let's get the comments going. Wake that ass up for sure. We here on a Sunday. On a Sunday, we're trying something new out, just to test something. But let's have a good show, bro.
Yeah, man. And I want to let y'all know, it's one more week, man. We got one more week, and then everything counts. Ain't no more talking. Ain't no more like speculation or what's going to happen or whatever like that. It is the games count. 17 weeks, bro. 17 weeks up in that ass.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we're going to do the roll call. Roll call. Prove it. What's good? What's good? Andrew G. He's always up in the spot. Space Spear. Let's beat the Eagles. You already know, bro. This is how many sacks we're going to get. It's Sack Lanta. I want to put everybody in the comment section. Yo, Sack Lanta. That's what we're going to be known for now. A gap, B gap, C gap. It don't even matter. Ezekiel King. What's good?
What's up?
Liz,
What's up?
818. Oh, it's the producer, the queen of AFN. Pay homage. It's Miss Maggie T. Jamal Grant. What's good? J Rock. I know how it is, yo. What's going
What up,
on,
my
bro?
boy?
Prove it. What's good, man? What's good? Atlanta Nation, Floyd Donnelly, Malik Holmes. What's going on, y'all? I appreciate y'all for waking up early in the morning. I know it's a different time, but I appreciate y'all for coming up, all 29 of y'all. All right? I want to say like, share, and subscribe. If you're new, to AFN, if you're new to watching, these channels or whatever like that, say who you're affiliated with, or what team that you're affiliated with, or even just say like, yo, I'm new in here. Yo, we a community, man. We are the nation. Now, You don't come in here with that BS now, okay? Don't be talking about like Matt Ryan old or whatever like that. Like, don't be talking about that kind of crap. But if you're new and you just happen to wake up, be like, yo, I just want some Atlanta Falcons news. It's not ESPN affiliated or, people that actually own their masses. That's us. And if you're new, just say what's up, and the community will greet you as such. Now, we go into the first topic, RELAX. Jalen Mayfield got the starting job at left guard. More than likely, we knew that was probably going to happen. It's unfortunate what happened to Josh Andrews, but, next man up. We believed in having depth, and that's what we have. And Jalen Mayfield has been getting time at the left guard position. He is originally a tackle out of Michigan, but we kicked him inside due to having McGarry at right tackle, and we already got that stud at left tackle. So we kicked him in at left guard, and he has a hell of a, first opponent that we have is Fletcher Cox. He's going to be lined up across from Fletcher Cox. But again, RELAX. Calm down, Rich.
Relax. So just to touch up on it, man, there's so much to talk about with Jalen Mayfield. Him being versatile to play tackle and guard. And this is the whole plan for Arthur Smith. His whole plan was to get him out there, get these young guys to play and get them experience, and so they could get baptized. As part of that's part of the whole point of the preseason as well. Getting these young guys, getting evaluated, and just to throwing them in the fire just so they can get that experience. So it's not the same experience as playing against your starters. Jalen Mayfield didn't play against all the starters in the preseasons, but he still got some NFL snaps, which is good to see. Now, not only being with Fletcher Cox, but throughout the first 5 weeks or first month of the season, we're going to be seeing good defensive line each week. So like it or not, the more we get these young guys playing and get them experience against top talent, the better they're going to develop and the quicker they would develop. Because we're a young team, guys, so that's what we want. We want our young guys to develop quickly and to perform at a high level.
Man, I'm telling you right now, and we want to be talking about this and probably like in the next couple of topics or whatever, but if you notice something, this is not the Dirk Cutter offense. Like, we're not going to be sitting and heaving that ball 50 yards downfield. What this is a move the chain type of offense. We're going to be running the ball, and more than likely, it may be even stretch plays. We're going to have Fletcher Cox moving. Another thing is that who's to say that we won't even double team him? Move like Hennessy and like basically Hennessy and Mayfield just double team. If Mayfield is having trouble with him, I don't think he's going to be having too much trouble because we're going to be running the ball and we're going to be having play action. I'm not worried about their linebackers. I'm not worried about their secondary. I'm really not worried about that. Matt Ryan is going to basically have a 3 to 5 step drop, and that ball is going to be gone. You have enough weapons that can keep this defense off balance, and we're going to bludgeon them to death. Like we have basically Mike Davis, who is an absolute dump truck. What we have is Wayne Gallman, and we have Cordarrelle Patterson. We go 3 deep. And it's not even the fact that I don't even think that anybody's really going to be getting 25, 30 carries, whatever like that. It's going to be divvied up amongst those 3 guys. So, and you can't even discount Keith Smith. Keith Smith is going to get in there too. So it really doesn't even matter. But the play action game and I think the stretch run plays, if they don't want to run right at that guy, and I don't think we are. I think we're going to be more like a stretch running team. And we got guys that can actually move. We have athletes on starting at all 5 offensive line positions. So we basically going to be just having that guy running all day. Just watch. Right. Got anything else to add?
Yeah, bro. Also like with Josh Andrews. So Josh Andrews is on the PUP list, and he should be expected to come back at least 3 to 4 weeks. So that's enough time. Well, actually, with this week as well, gives Josh Andrews some more time to recover. So who knows? We may see him probably up to week 3. So hopefully Jalen Mayfield could hold up and do what he got to do. Not to mention, besides Fletcher Cox, we see Ndamukong Suh and Vita Vea week 2. Then we got Dexter Lawrence Williams week 3 against the Giants. Then I think we got Washington early. We got a few guys. So expect our line to develop over the season, and I would want to see the progress on that.
Man, you already know he's our coach already said it, man. Dude was going to get baptized. He saw those first 5 weeks, and it was like, look, if you're going to learn, you're going to learn right now. But if he wasn't confident in him, then he wouldn't have put him out there. Like, he would have basically put him on the practice squad, or he would have did something else with Jalen Mayfield. But what he did is he showed enough that he was capable of being at the left guard. Prove it just said that he's worried about the blind side. You mean like Jake Matthews? Because Matt Ryan is right-handed. So you worry about Jake Matthews? I'm really not worried about that because the guy is not a mauler. He's a technician. He is basically like Chris Lindstrom on the left side. Like Jake Matthews is basically what he is. He's not going to blow you away. He's not going to get a lot of Pro Bowl, nominations or anything like that. Like he's a guy that keeps his mouth shut. He comes from a great lineage of the Matthews family. He shuts his mouth up and he just does what he does. We have Jamal Grant with the $5 super chat. Thank you for the gas money, bro. Jamal Grant says 2016 was our preview season for this season, and we didn't even know it yet. Speaking as far as regular season only, my man hit him with the Rick Ross, like the season for the season. We didn't even know it. What you think about that, man? Like 2016 was a preview of this season right now. What you think?
Yeah, just because in 2016 we didn't really know what our defense was gonna do, and that defense was a young defense in 2016. We had Kiki, we had Depot, we had Devondre Collins, we had Jalen Collins, we had so much young guys playing, and they was performing. Reason being is because we're going into a new scheme this season, and this is a big year for our defense to step up and to give the ball back to Matt Ryan. It's been proven that Matt Ryan never had a really good defense to complement him on offense. So once the defense fixes that, we get more turnovers, interceptions, possibly some touchdowns or something. We know what Foyer could do as far as creating turnovers. So that's going to be the biggest key for this defense and putting pressure on the quarterback and getting the ball back to Matt Ryan. So once we get that going, W's on W's on W's on W's. But 1 week at a time.
So you talk about that Jameis Winston? Hit him with that James Winston, bro. Yo, I'm telling you right now. Yo, hashtag Sack Lancer. Keep putting that out in the comment section, man. Sack Lancer. If anything that I know what's about to happen this year, and I have a good feeling about this, it's going to be a lot of goddamn sacks. I'm talking about, like I said, A gap, B gap, C gap coming off the edge. I mean, we're going to have guys out there seeing ghosts. If Jameis Winston can throw interceptions against our cover 3 defense, if he's throwing interceptions against that, what are you going to think is going to happen when we throw actual pressure at this man?
Mm-hmm.
It is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
What up, Mike?
Yeah, what's good? Mike in the background.
Hey, man, what's happening? How's everybody?
We good, bro. Good.
We good. I think.
No, man, not really. Georgia Hey, I was just about to say that, man. You took the words right out of my mouth. I'm good, man. hey, I told y'all about that. Them zone blitzes, man. Them zone blitzes to get your ass tore up. All right.
Mm-hmm.
You better wake that ass up, like Rich said, boy.
Wake that ass up, boy.
If you ain't ready for those damn zone blitzes, you better wake that. I'm telling you.
Nah,
see, seriously. If you don't know, now you know. That's what it is, bro.
Hey, man, let me speak on this real quick because I heard a lot of people saying, I heard a lot of people saying they worried about Mayfield, and I don't understand why it's so much of a promotion. If you have done your research, if you actually knew that Mayfield, not Mayfield, but Hennessy did a wonderful job against Ndamukong Suh. All right, Ndamukong Suh is without a doubt one of the best. He's without a doubt one of the better defensive tackles, defensive end, defensive linemen in the game. So if you're going against that guy and y'all worried about Fletcher Cox, in my opinion, he's simply a penetrator. That's what he does. He's Grady Jarrett. Without the run defense. Those are things that you can't do against Fletcher Cox. You can run against Fletcher, but he's a disruptor in the passing game. So I'm not worried about him in the running game. If the Falcons create balance, then he will be fine. You know what I'm saying? But he's still a veteran. Don't want to disrespect him as far as his skill set is concerned, but we gotta my thing is why are we always panicking because of everybody else's great players? We have great players of our own. People are disrespecting Chris Lindstrom. This dude is a fucking monster, man. Have y'all seen this dude? Let's be real. If y'all did the goddamn homework on Chris fucking Lindstrom, y'all would know. Mm-hmm. And excuse me, this goddamn Sunday, but fuck that. All right, we got Chris freaking Lindstrom. Have you seen this guy get to the damn level? This dude will punch your mama in the face. Okay, this dude. If you, I don't know if you guys remember. I forget what play it was. It may have been his rookie year, but somebody came on a blitz, and this dude, he was going against Caleb McGarry. This dude came out of absolute nowhere, flying and smacked his goddamn. He smacked his ass to oblivion, and he wasn't even looking for it. This is the type of stuff that Chris Lindstrom can do and help. All right, and for the most part, the guard is going to have help from the tackle and the center. So, look, he's going to have some plays where he messes up, but he has plenty of help. He got one guy right beside him, two guys beside him who I trust at this moment. I trust Hennessy. And I trust Jake Matthews.
I mean, that's the only thing that you really need is what will piss a lot of people off is one, he can't be no worse than Carpenter. Right?
Right.
I mean, he can't be no worse than the dude was a human turnstile. He can't be no worse than that. Only thing that we need, I mean, he's
Right.
not going to be. I mean, we don't necessarily even know what he's going to be. Only thing that we need is like to keep your head in the game, no false starts, and just be steady.
Right.
Just be like Andy Levitre. Andy Levitre, you know, was just steady. That's what you had to have. Like, you know, just like Justin Blillak, just be steady. I mean, you got one of the best in the game to your immediate left, and you got it like somebody that's hungry to your immediate right. If you need to learn anything, just walk behind Chris Lindstrom, ask some questions and whatnot. But I think that anybody that comes from Michigan, one thing about Michigan, they teach these guys different up north, man. Like somewhere like up there in Michigan, it's something about these offensive linemen. When they come from there, it's like they know first of all they know how to block, but they have a certain nastiness to them. You know, it's just like it's a certain type of nastiness that he's going to come.
Yeah, it's a finish.
It's a finisher. Yeah. That's the way Michigan plays, you know. So I don't think I would necessarily be exactly like too terrified about that, because if you look at it, I mean, Hennessy was unproven and he did very well against one of the best disruptors in the game, and that's Chris Jones.
Yeah.
Against
Kansas
City. And I thought he was going to get absolutely manhandled. You know, I really thought so. But the only thing is like what he did is like he was steady. I don't even remember like Chris Jones' name being mentioned too many damn times during the game.
No.
You know, so and then you got to give coaching some credit. This guy used to be an offensive lineman, Arthur Smith. So you think he's not going to just send that guy out there just like totally inept? You think he's going to send him out there without no kind of information, no scouting report? We have 2 weeks to prepare for these guys. We have absolutely 2 weeks to prepare for these guys. And you think they're not going to come out there and be absolutely prepared? What these coaches staff and what this general manager has been saying since day one is preparedness, accountability, and competition. Jalen Mayfield won this. I mean, he didn't win it outright. He actually is the next man up, but I think he's going to be our left guard moving forward. He has 5 weeks to prove it, but I'm not necessarily worried about that. I mean, if you want to talk about anybody that you might be worried about, you might be worried about more so McGarry, because he missed a lot of time during the preseason and during training camp. If you want to worry about somebody, but this is a cohesive unit. You know, 4 out of the 5 guys have worked together in the past year. It's just one new piece in there that they got to get acclimated to the playbook and get cohesiveness and just work together. That's it. Yeah. Don't worry about it, guys.
That takes time. Like, to add on to what you were saying, Magnus, cohesiveness. Like, that takes time and reps with the O-line, and that's good that Mayfield, he's getting that opportunity right now to build that for these 2 weeks and to prepare for the upcoming season. He probably have the first 3 weeks, he'll probably be starting at the left guard position. One thing I like about Mayfield is that he's good at climbing up to the second level from what I've seen, like being able to get those blocks up to those linebackers and seal off and create creases for the running back, you know, creating those running lanes for the running back to hit, which is good. And that's not always easy to do playing against a fast defense or fast linebackers. And one thing too, I'm going to stress on this, is that Mayfield, he was a Falcons fan before he came here. So he has that opportunity to represent us, you know, and him being a fan, like just that pride, or it's his dream to play for the team that he always was rooting for growing up. And I think Arthur Smith also, back with McGarry, just to touch on the pup thing, I believe he stated, correct me if I'm wrong, anybody, on when that was planned, of him putting McGarry on the pup list just so Mayfield could get that opportunity to swing at right tackle and left guard to get those reps and those opportunities. So, because he always said that McGarry, they liked him coming into camp. They love his conditioning and his shape, because we know he also had a heart issue. But I think part of the reason putting him on pup list was to get Mayfield those reps at right tackle.
All right.
But that's all I had to say.
Yo, can I say something real quick, man? Yo, can we in the comment section get a shout out to Beetleborgs from 1999?
Yo, I saw that.
Blood bank. My man's at the blood bank watching AFN, man. If that ain't dedication, I don't know what it is. My man's literally giving blood. My man's literally giving blood
That's
right
real,
now.
bro.
Yo, do your part, do your thing, Beetleborgs, man. I appreciate that, bro. Yo, just keep that energy going. I ain't never seen that before, man. Yo, you're a legend. You going in the AFN. You're going in the
Right.
AFN Hall of Fame, man. You go just for doing that.
Just for that.
I mean, we love y'all in the super chat when y'all donate, but my man is donating freaking plasma, bro.
Yeah. I love that,
Yo,
man.
for real. Second topic, man. Surprise cut, man. I know this cut deep too. No pun intended. Allison out, Wayne Gallman in. I'm gonna start with you, Mike. You want to start us out?
I'm not surprised at all. I pretty much realized the type of running back that Arthur Smith wanted. If you go back to, you can't really count Derrick Henry, all right? I'm just going to say, and not for the obvious reason of him being a great back, but I don't think even Derrick Henry was the type of running back that he wanted. I think he was a running back that he was forced to deal with. And when you look at it, you look at the way that he called plays, even in Tennessee, he likes to use his running backs in the passing game. And I tell people this all the time is that Derrick Henry held that offense back from what it truly could be, And he likes guys that are flexible because he's able to do a multitude of things. One thing you don't want to do is handicap yourself as a play caller by having certain running backs in. And when you have a guy like Mike Davis, Wayne Gallman, and Caleb Huntley, these guys can all catch the ball out of the backfield. So it's like the play calling never truly changes, and there isn't a real tell as far as the personnel is concerned because all those guys can catch the ball out of the backfield, and they're an asset in the passing game as well as the running game. So he can do multitude of things. So it's like that's the thing about Quadri Olsen that would have been a huge tell as far as his play calling is concerned. So it's like I understand that people are upset, but from a play calling standpoint, you don't want to handicap yourself from, different personnel and packages and whatnot. Because like Cordero Patterson also, like he's a guy that you can come in and like you can run those same plays. He's a big guy. I don't think people realize how big Cordero Patterson is. He's a big guy. So like you can use him in the passing game, the physical, and come in and do a multitude of things, with screens. You can put this guy and you can motion him out and have, do an end around. These guys have that athleticism. So it's like I think what he's creating is a back system that doesn't have a ton of weaknesses.
Go ahead, Rich.
Yeah, man. I'm saying like that's this signing to me showed that Arthur Smith and Terry Fontenot ain't playing games with this roster.
Mm-hmm.
Like they said, they're gonna make moves and evaluate the roster consistently, and that's what this showed me. I was a little skeptical with Wayne Gallman, just the simple fact that he had a little fumbling issue. Like there was just one play I see he was running and he pretty much made himself fumble. And I was like, what? What in the world? Like, what is this? Like, I never even thought that was possible before. But besides that, I'm not knocking him so much on that, but, a player can develop and they get better with that. And one thing I like about Arthur Smith did with this, when you talk about Mike Davis and Wayne Gallman, right? Those were two backup running backs that had originally they started running backs go down with Christian McCaffrey and Saquon Barkley. And both Mike Davis and Wayne Gallman had a good season last year for taking the load, and one thing with Wayne Gallman, he does fit the system. He is fast enough to hit those edges, to hit those creases, and to hit those holes and to make something happen. So that's the only reason why I like this move. But I'm with with everybody else in the comments and here in this live. I'm agreeing with. I'm all the way with Terry Fontenot and Arthur Smith, man. Whatever they do, man, I'm down with it, man. I'm all in.
Man, Yo, you gotta believe, man. Like you gotta believe in Tony Soprano, aka Arthur Smith, man. I'm telling you, this guy is cutthroat, man. Like this guy is cutthroat. When he said that in Atlanta Nation, we have it down there at the bottom of the screen. When he said the best 53, he damn sure meant that. When he said that your job is not guaranteed, he damn sure meant that. And you can't make the club from the tub. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
Like
sir.
you can't make the club by making bonehead mistakes. You can't make the club by being a healthy scratch. Even though that might have been from the previous regime, they look at that kind of stuff. It's like, why was he a healthy scratch? Were they not using him to the best of his ability, or is it something else? That okay, well let's put him out there. Let's see what it is. And apparently he wants like established cheap talent. It's not even about you. He wanted cheap talent. He's like, look, I had Derrick Henry, in Tennessee, just like what Mad might say, but that might not necessarily be what he wanted. He might have wanted like a Mike Davis, like a one-cut runner. A lot of these guys, I think, between Wayne Gallman, Mike Davis, and CP, I believe those guys we're going to use a lot of stretch plays, and it's going to be one cut. Because we got guards that can get to that second level, and it's going to absolutely maul people. Especially those weak Philadelphia linebackers, they don't want to see Lindstrom. They don't want to see Jalen Mayfield coming with a head of steam.
Straight line speed. Not a lot of wasted movement. There's not a lot of wasted movement in any of those guys running style.
That's true. Very good.
It's
point.
Like stick your foot in the ground and go. And the thing is, like, don't make their frames fool you, because they got some wiggle to them too. Like if you look at some of the tape of Mike Davis and you look at some of the tape of CP, well, CP was a kick returner, so if you don't think that he's going to be good at
he ain't playing around.
All he do is break tackles.
Right, he ain't playing around. That dude
don't go out there with an arm tackle. He gonna run like we got guys that run through arm tackles, and it's gonna take at least. You better bring your friends. That's what it's gonna be like. You better bring your friends, because it's not gonna be one guy that's gonna take these guys down. I'm sorry. If you have any questions, just Google Mike Davis legs. That's it. You better bring your friends, or tell you, or you better have like a big ass middle linebacker or something like that, because that's exactly what's going to happen.
Whoa! Hold on.
I see it, Mike. Yeah.
See, I see. Prove it.
Oh man.
Let me tell you a little something. All right. What do you mean a rookie coach? This is not a rookie coach. This man is an established play caller. Okay. And when we talk about rookie coach, I'm not talking about a rookie coach with just a prissy ass style of play calling like the guy in LA. I always forget his name, but the play caller, the head coach in LA with the Rams.
The Rams? Oh, the Rams? Yeah. I forgot his name. Yeah.
It's completely different when you have a running style. Okay. When you have a style, a run first style, this is why I absolutely love the hire of Kyle Shanahan, because Kyle Shanahan was he was the first time, like with a quarterback like Matt Ryan. This is where you got to think outside the box. You can't put every coach in the same box, because not everybody has a Matt Ryan. So when you have a Matt Ryan, you can call different things. You can't call, let's just say, you can't call, deep outs, some dig routes with a guy like Josh Rosen, because Josh Rosen doesn't have, he doesn't have the accuracy and the ability to read a defense like a Matt Ryan. You can't call those same type of routes because the deep out and the deep end, those dig routes, those are two of the most difficult throws for a quarterback to make in the NFL, because we got these slick corners, these slick linebackers, and great safety. They can read that. So if you don't have the accuracy and the timing with these quarterbacks, you can't call. So a lot of defensive coordinators, they're gonna sit on a lot of these. They're gonna sit on a lot of these routes underneath those crossing routes or whatnot. So it's like when you got a play caller like Arthur Smith, you can call any and everything, because you have a Matt Ryan at your disposal, which made, all right, you go back to 2015. Yeah, that was the worst year for Matt Ryan, but compared to what Kyle Shanahan did, that was a successful year. That's why he wasn't so upset in 2015. Everybody else was upset because there was Matt Ryan's worst year as a professional. When you have a play caller, offensive play caller, who has a balanced scheme to begin with, and you have a quarterback on top of it, come on, bro. What is there to be? What is there to worry about? It's Matt Ryan at the helm. This is not damn, Tim Tebow. All right, this ain't goddamn, this ain't Jameis Winston. That is Matt Ryan. If you don't believe in if you don't believe in the play caller, please, all right. We just had former friend, all right, for the last 4 to 6 years with this organization, and you worried about Arthur Smith? Come on, bro. I'm not worried about Arthur. We got Matt Ryan. As long as Matt Ryan is healthy, that's what you should put your faith in, all right? If you don't believe in anything, believe that Matt Ryan is a football god, all right?
I'm going to tell you right now, if there's any, I guess this is what it is right now, because I ain't even trying to play devil's advocate or nothing. Do I understand where Prove It's coming from? To an extent. But you have to understand, Prove It. I mean, it fits your name too. But you got to understand too is that this man was one of the most coveted coordinators that was up for a head coaching job. It wasn't Eric Bieniemy, it was Arthur Smith. And for a specific reason is that he fixed that bum, that piece of garbage that came from Miami and got them almost to a Super Bowl. He fixed Ryan Tannehill. If you have any kind of, this research what Ryan Tannehill was in Miami and research what he was in Tennessee. He fixed that piece of garbage and look what he is right now. I told Mike, I don't know if I tweeted him or I said, if Arthur Smith can fix Josh Rosen, he is going straight to the Hall of Fame right now. Okay, because if you could fix 2 quarterbacks that was drafted high and had all this kind of potential, and they turned out to be trash, and you could fix somebody like that 2 times, oh yeah, you got to put him in the Hall of Fame. I'm sorry, that's what you got to do. But in terms of being like a rookie, no, he's an established play caller. He has a lot of respect around the league. Enough respect that you can get a man off his couch just by asking him and come coach a defense. The man has respect. He's a no-nonsense guy. He's a tell you like it is type of dude. And he commands and he demands respect from his players and as well as his coaches. So it's all about accountability, and Arthur Blank seen that. He got wild probably in the first interview. You know what I'm saying? So rookie, maybe I don't know maybe your definition is a little bit different than mine. Maybe you talk about like first year as opposed to rookie. Like it's not his first time calling plays.
Yeah, he's not a rookie play caller. Like there's a completely different. If you want to say that he's a rookie head coach and he doesn't, that's like even that's a stretch because offensive coordinators are essentially head coaches. There's a lot of head coaches out here. They don't call plays. All they do is sit back and they just watch the team. That's what Nick Saban does. That's what people don't realize. Nick Saban don't call any plays offensively or defensively. He just let his coordinators do, and he'll just observe the game. He make the necessary adjustments. So it's like, yeah, I hear you. Like this is why guys get promoted as defensive and offensive coordinators, special teams, because what they are an extension of head coaches. They are, the head coach of the offense. He's the head coach of the offense. He's the head coach of the defense. This is what these guys do. So they have head coach responsibilities. They just don't have, the title, to be honest with you. That's what coordinators are.
Yeah, you can't tell me that Mike Vrabel was calling those plays in Tennessee.
Oh, no.
I don't even remember that dude having a headset on. Like the entire season, that dude was not calling no offensive plays. Damn sure probably wasn't calling no defensive plays. So, because we already know Dean Pease was doing that. So he probably just had the headset on, probably listening to what they were saying, and then just so he can get an idea of what was going on. But that was it. But official D-back, I'm gonna let you know we have a specific point in the show that you can join up. It's called Say It With Your Chest. So just keep paying attention. And when you hear "Say It With Your Chest," we're gonna put a link on the screen, and then you can link on there, and then you can come on, you can join, and you can say whatever you get, whatever you want. As long as you say it with your chest, but don't say no weak stuff, man. Don't come in here cursing. Don't come in saying all that stuff. We monetize, okay? So
Right.
as long as you keep it clean, you keep it factual, and you keep it that, we straight. So just keep an eye out for that. If you basically don't respect everything that we say, we got 3 words for you, man. Like, share, and subscribe. If you're new to the podcast, tell me where you're from. Tell me what you represent. Tell me what team you represent. All right. Let me go for a roll call before I let you finish this up, Rich. Ultra Shadow, what's good, bro? Official D-bag, I already acknowledge you. What's good, man? Red Bezzy, man, this will be the year. I hear you, bro. I appreciate that. Wezzy B, appreciate that, man. Appreciate y'all all waking up, all 78 of y'all, man. I want to see 78 likes, 78 shares, 78 subscriptions, man. I appreciate that. Yo, Rich, finish this off, man. What you got to say about this rookie head coach?
So, Arthur Smith coming in, he's bringing back to what we did best in 2016. And you see it in Jake Matthews' face. He was happy, just even saying we're going back to the wide zone scheme, doing what we do best, and being physical and run the ball. So that's the biggest thing, us going back to that compared to what we had with Dirk Cutter, where we had no movement. And the best way to get movement and learning to run the ball is by moving the line of scrimmage left and right with the wide zone scheme and having the defender getting outside of their gaps. So it's not easy to maintain your gap the whole time when you're moving left and right. So us being that we're going back to that is going to be good. And I forgot one thing to touch on with Jalen Mayfield. Going back to that same thing with the running aspect of it. We just got to make sure we're not predictable running the ball one particular way. If we're just only running the ball on Gary's side and we're running the ball to Lindstrom's side, we got to be versatile and be able to go, because Jake Matthews is good at blocking anyway. So we're still going to run the ball towards Mayfield's side. So he's going to get that opportunity. So as long as we're going left and right, same thing when Levitri was there and was our right tackle named Schrader or something like that? Yeah. At that time, he couldn't block his ass off. So, but back then we only had to run the left side mainly. You would see Levitri and Jake Matthews back then. But this season, we won't be predictable at that point. But that's all I had to say. Yeah, Mike Jones. The fact that they are still making changes. Yeah, Mike Jones. The fact that they are still making changes mean they are still working on a team to make it better. They are not getting comfortable. There it is. You said it right there, man. I mean, the fact that the first thing that happened is let a couple of the fan favorites go. You let Keanu O'Neal go. That shows that they're not going to get comfortable with just names here. There's a culture change. There's a specific style that we want. We want angry, nasty offensive linemen that's going to push the pile. And we want crazy-ass defensive linemen and guys and linebackers that fly around on the defensive side of the ball. And you're going to see that this year. And first up, and for those that just came into the chat, the new hashtag now is Sacklanta. Okay? That's what it's going to be. Sacklanta. We're sending heat from every single level. It does not matter. It's a multiple defense. We're not going to be bare bones base cover 3 anymore. What we're about to do is we're going to unleash hell in a lot of quarterbacks. A lot of quarterbacks are going to be seeing ghosts. But moving on to the next subject. Did you like what you've seen from Kyle Pitts with just that one play in the preseason? Gave you a little appetizer of what you're going to see. Rich, were you satisfied with what you saw? Yeah, man, I was real satisfied. Even though it's one play, is a lot you can get out of that one play. Just a simple fact that during that play, the ball came out a little late with Felipe Franks. He extended the scramble a little longer than as expected, being that Kyle Pitts had to shorter his stride, and he had to get upfield quickly. And that's one thing I liked about that play, because Kyle Pitts showed his awareness on the field, and it's not easy to turn and go and get up the sideline that fast and get 27 yards off a simple play like that, simple dump play like that. So most average tight ends, they're probably getting 5-8 yards off of that, maybe 10. And then the last thing I'll touch on that play, it took like 4 or 5 Browns players just to tackle him. Literally.
Right.
And you really see how big this dude is. Like,
Yeah.
man,
Big,
and he's only going to get bigger, faster, and stronger. And he's only 20 years old. So we'll see how that goes. That's all I was happy on.
Dude, first of all, did you see the fact that it didn't seem like he was like running fast? Like the dude, okay.
I know what you mean, though. I know what you mean.
Okay.
I know what you mean. I know what you mean, bro. I seen the same thing.
Like the dude looked like he wasn't even running fast, and I think it was because he was trying to set up the blocks in front of him. Because if it wasn't for that specific wide receiver, I don't know who it was, but like if it wasn't for him kind of being a little bit in his way, he could have took that to the house easily.
Yeah.
And again, just like you said, it took almost like you got to bring some friends to take down this dude. Because what is he? He's about the same size, if not 5 pounds heavier than Megatron. I think he's like 240, 245 maybe.
Yeah.
Yo, just like what Atlanta Nation
45,
said, man. Dude was out there jogging, man. Like he was
Jogging.
doing like a light wind. He was jogging.
Dead ass. Dead ass.
Dead ass.
Yeah,
That's that New York thing, man. Dead ass. Yo, but if you look at how he ran at Florida, yo, for real, Mike. If you look at how he ran in Florida and how fast he was running, and the fact that how he looked slow, like on that one play, bro. Just imagine if this guy catches it in space, or he catches it in some sort of like mixed route, or somebody running off coverage, and he happens to catch it on a slant. That's it, man. And let's also think about the fact that you could have Mike Davis at a goal line stance, and you could spread out wide out Pitts. This guy is like a freaking basketball player, man. The dude's a basketball player. He's a tower. Just throw it up, bro. That's what it's gonna be. Just throw that joint up. He's gonna go get it. He has a 7-foot wingspan. Yo, I think you said it, Mike. I was looking at it. I was looking at like prime Tony Gonzalez highlights, and I'm seeing kind of like the same thing, except Tony G was a little bit thicker than him.
Yeah.
But yo, this guy is basically Calvin Johnson playing at the tight end position. It's not fair. Like it's totally not fair right now. So if you still in your feelings about John Terriers, so be it. But to trade one of the GOATs for a weapon, I'm all right with that, man. I'm not calling this guy no freaking unicorn. That's Weapon X right there.
I tell people all the time he's essentially Julio. I tell them all the time that he's essentially Julio. That's what he is. He's the Julio lined up at tight end. Julio was running those exact same routes. He was running those crosser routes. He was running those dig routes. He was running those seam routes. That's what Julio was. It was like Julio's lined out a lot of the times, but he's essentially a younger Julio. He's a physical specimen. That's first and foremost. When you look at Julio Jones, you got to say Julio Jones is first and foremost a physical specimen. All right. Yeah, he has a great, he has a great, I want to say competitive nature, but like even that for me, it's like you can throw a little bit of doubt because he like to take himself out at third down. So like you can even say that. Like I won't disrespect and say he's not a competitor, but it's like you can even kind of throw doubts because he like to take himself out. Like I don't remember any, I don't remember a guy like Jerry Rice taking himself out. Randy Moss taking himself out. Chad Johnson.
It was none of this.
Like it was none of that shit. Like That's why I say, like, I don't want to disrespect Julio and say he's not a competitor, but you can cast some doubt there. So it's like, you're getting a guy that's going to be in on third down. All right, he get a big play. I don't want to see him going toward the sideline. Again, no disrespect to Julio Jones, but you can this dude. I'm more impressed with what I haven't seen. I'm more impressed with what I haven't seen yet. I haven't seen those fade routes. I haven't seen those jump routes. I haven't seen him, in the open field with a small linebacker, because he's gonna stiff on the hell out of him. He's gonna run fast. That's it. Freaking monster, man.
Yo, this dude is 6'6", 240 that possibly ran. What he ran, like 4.40?
Yeah, just about. Yep.
Yeah.
Like this is something when you're playing Madden and you create that. Okay, like this is not something that's just born or anything like that, man. Like the way this thing has happened is this must be some sort. I don't know if you believe in divine intervention or if you believe in fate, but never these kind of things happen where you get rid of somebody great, and it's usually like a long transition before you find somebody almost as equally good, where you can feel like I'm okay, with the transition to this next guy. It usually doesn't happen in quarterback. It usually doesn't happen in wide receiver or anything like that. It's a long process before you find something. I mean, look at with the Minnesota Vikings between Adrian Peterson and Dalvin Cook. It's a long time.
Right.
Okay. It's a very long time before when you see the gap in greatness, and like you said, and I'm not putting him in this category, but the last time where I felt comfortable at corner was when we had Prime here. That was the last time I felt like actual comfortable at corner. Now I got AJ. I'm feeling all right with that now. That's no disrespect to Grimes.
Right.
There's no disrespect to True or nothing like that. But that's the last time I actually felt like, yo, this guy, we're good. We're good there. Okay. We don't have to scheme him or nothing like that. We could literally line this guy up across from somebody because he got baptized last year. He had to deal with that stuff last year. And he's doing even better now. He's going to be even better with this year. Why? Because he has two competent safeties behind him. You got two ball hawks behind him. So that's even going to make him even better. But getting back to Kyle Pitts, this guy is not only going to be, and just like what you said, Mike, even if he was to pat that helmet and go off, for Hayden Hurst to come in, for Hayden Hurst to come in and probably give him like a breather or something like that.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, we probably could be running like a 12 personnel anyway.
No slouch.
He's no slouch. There's not like, okay, well, you got this guy, and then it's like, all right, well, we're gonna have to run the ball for the next 2 to 3 plays because this guy is coming in and he's essentially a blocker. No, this guy's a pass catcher coming in as well. So, it's almost like pick your poison because. What you said, Mike?
You guys remember Jim Kleinsasser?
Yes.
You remember how Minnesota used to use Kleinsasser as a tight end and an H-back? That's why I see for Hayden Hurst. That's why I see from Hayden Hurst. It's so many different formations that you use, and you have you don't know if Hayden Hurst is going to be a ball handler. Like, you don't know if he's going to come out and going to, go in the flat. He's going to come, go a hook route. Like, you have no clue on what to do with, because he has that athleticism and he can run away from the defense. Like, this dude run a 4.4, 4.5 himself.
And he was fast last year. He was fast last year at 268. He's 250 now.
268.
268 and was still
so
flying.
Much explosion.
I said this a long time ago. Back when we was doing in the off season, when we was doing draft evaluation, and Kyle Pitts was slowly getting in there, getting that buzz. One thing I said was, if we draft Kyle Pitts and we have Hayden Hurst, being just to add on to what Mike was saying with that H-back position, like back then when what they did with the Patriots with Hernandez and Gronk, that was unstoppable, bro. That shit was different and very hard to stop. Exactly. So I'm sure, you know, Arthur Smith is going to be able to touch up or grab a few plays on what they had going on over there. But even though Matt Ryan, we're going to do what he does best as well as fit with the offense. So it's going to be good.
Bro, I'm going to tell you right now, I was doing a little bit of research. Your boy was over here doing research, and I researched some highlights from Jonnu Smith. Jonnu Smith was in the backfield, man. Like they put Jonnu Smith like in. Jonnu Smith was in the back row running some plays. It wasn't just Derrick Henry back there all the damn time.
Come on, man. That's the reason why I bring up the H-back. That's exactly
yeah. So because they did a lot of that.
So don't tell me, because I think at one point they put Ridley back there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So just imagine like you can have either Ridley or you could put the Unicorn on a stretch play. Because as soon as he gets that edge, if they block right and he gets that edge, he's gonna be jogging for a touchdown. He's gonna run full speed. He ain't gonna give you full speed. I mean, he run a 4.4, he might give you a little 4.5, but he'll be fast enough to run away from that damn defense though. Trust and believe, man. They're gonna be putting everybody back there that has some sort of running ability just to throw the defense off. And they'll line Kyle Pitts at the H-back. They'll have probably Hayden Hurst at the tight end 1. They'll put Lee Smith probably at tight end 2, and then you have to deal with Gage, who's going to be an unsung hero this year. You're going to have Gage, and then you're going to have Slide on the other side. The problem is, what are you going to do with that? Like, you're going to have to drop into a zone or something like that, or you're going to have to call a goddamn timeout. There ain't nothing you'll be able to do with that.
Like the ceiling is just really high for Kyle Pitts. As we all know, he was the 4th pick. He's 20 years old. You know, he's from Philly. You know, he's gonna play Philly his first game. So you know he's gonna come with the smoke. He's gonna come with the heat with that. You know, him and Matt Ryan. But you know, Kyle Pitts, man, I think with this pick itself, just by drafting him at 4, it's immediate impact now. It's also for the future as well. Like he's all of that in one pick itself. So that's the good thing that I like about it. And we're gonna we expect immediate impact right away to him to just boom up. But at the same time, as he gets older and more mature and his body, he fills up more into his body, gets stronger. It's gonna, like, in 3 years from now, it's gonna be crazy. He
might look like Mike Evans, like when he starts growing to his body. Like he might be as big as Mike Evans, you know, or something like that. Somebody that's like tall, still looks lanky, but got some weight on him. That ain't nothing but Mike Evans at the tight end position, man. Yeah, that's all that is, bro. Yo, Bobby Correa, what's up, Bobby? Man, appreciate it. Appreciate you joining us early this morning.
What's up, Phil?
What kind of season do you guys expect from Kyle Pitts? Catches, yards, and touchdowns. I know Mike usually doesn't touch on this. You're not a prediction guy. Didn't you say that, Mike?
Yeah, I'm not necessarily a prediction guy, but because I always end up looking stupid as hell when I do predictions. So I absolutely hate predictions. I hate predictions, but if I were to give a number, I can say, with all honesty, about 40 to 60 catches, about 5 to 10 touchdowns. Like I think in that range, because you have so many weapons. You have Calvin Ridley. I think Calvin Ridley is going to obviously have close to 100, if not 100 catches. Then you got to factor in Russell Gage, and then the chemistry that Matt Ryan has already with Hayden Hurst. So and they're going to be using their backs. They're going to be using Cordero. They're going to use Mike Davis. They're going to use Goldman, these guys in the passing game. So I think it's safe to say between 40 to 60 catches for Calvin. It just really depends on how quickly he picks up the game. If he picks up the game a lot quickly, man, Matt Ryan is going Matt Ryan is going to fall in love with him. All right. And when a quarterback falls in love with a player, it ain't nothing you can do to take that chemistry away.
I'm telling you, Matt Ryan loves tight ends. Just like Martin Payton loved the kids. Matty Ice, Yo, Daddy Ice love his tight ends, man. Like, yo, Baltimore, I love the kids, bro. And Daddy Ice love his tight ends, man. He love them like cooked food. I'm telling you right now. Like, when he had Jacob Tammy and he had Tony G and he had Austin Hooper, if you're capable, Matt Ryan's going to make you a lot of money, man. He's going to make you a lot of money. He's going to make you look good. That's why he takes the time, not necessarily with his receivers, but he takes time out of his busy schedule during the offseason to work with the tight ends, especially if you're new. So what you notice is that Kyle Pitts was kind of like being Matt Ryan's shadow. Just walking behind him and learning what he needs behind him and getting the way the ball spins, all that. If you ever played the game, like going from one quarterback to another, sometimes even the way the ball spins could throw you off, man. But he's getting all that kind of, I guess, like he's getting baptized mentally by getting everything thrown at him, and he's doing well. I think he's going to do well. I think he's going to do better than what people expect. Mad Mike said about 40 to 60 catches. I'm gonna go by yards because he said about 10. He said 10 TDs. I'm saying Mike Ditka's record is hanging in the balance, man. And I think that's like a little over 1,000.
Close to it, right? It is.
Yeah, it's like 1,000. I think 1,082 or 1,078. Yeah, it's a little over 1,000. And you're talking about 17 games. Yeah, so I could easily see Kyle Pitts at least getting close to maybe 1,100. And I'm just saying because of the fact that you have like an extra game. If this was just like 16 games, probably not. But just the fact that how they're going to be moving him around and using him, to the best of his ability, which means that he's basically going to be a Swiss Army knife. This guy is going to do work. He is definitely going to do work. What you got, Rich?
The one reason why I think he might break Ditka's record is because what we've seen in the first preseason play that he had that one catch that was by the line of scrimmage, and he took it for 27 yards, which also means yak, which is yards after the catch. So these receivers, top tier receivers, the reason why they get these top yards and stuff is because what they do after they catch the ball is getting that yak. So Kyle Pitts is going to be a big factor in getting yards after the catch, which is going to be crucial, which is why I agree with you, Magnus, that I think he might be around that range with maybe 1,100, probably at least close to 5 to 10 touchdowns, which is what Mike was saying. And the biggest thing, too, is we struggled over the past few years getting 6 points, correct? Scoring touchdowns. So I want to see how Arthur Smith is going to use Kyle Pitts primarily in the red zone area. From the 25-yard line going in, 20 going in, he's going to be more of a bigger target where you can work in the slot, work in the middle. What you got to do is throw it up. Everybody know that highlight play of Kyle Pitts of when he was playing against Texas A&M, and they just threw it up, and he just went up, and he doing the driving the. Everybody know that dance that Kyle Pitts does, and in that same play, he went up and got it. You know how high he threw that ball up in the air? Yeah. So that's gonna be big to see what we do in the red zone with Kyle Pitts. We drafted him for a reason to score touchdowns. Mitch match nightmare. Let's go.
Let me tell you something, man. Kyle Pitts went up and got that ball, and guess who was throwing it? Trash. Kyle Trash. Not trash. Kyle Trash was throwing him the ball. He's garbage. Basura. Okay, if you speak in Spanish, man. Straight up garbage. Dude. That's what he was, man. He is absolute garbage, and he threw the ball up like that. And my man had to adjust and go get it. But you know what? He got it. He went up there and got it. My man, like, if y'all, and any of y'all in there is a bunch of gamers, my man's arms is longer than Dawson's, man, in Street Fighter, man. That dude's arms is long. That dude's arms is long. But moving on to the next subject. Well, this is going to get people going in the chat. Does Matt Ryan need the defense to do more in year 13? Oh, boy. I'm going to look for the fire in the chat. I I'm gonna let Rich start off because he's our resident headhunter. He's our middle linebacker. So, do you think the defense needs to do more in year 13? Take it away, Rich.
Yes, absolutely, bro. A little bit what I touched on earlier. The defense has to create more turnovers, and also us putting points on the board. You know, we have Foye Lucon, we got Debo, you know, we got AJ. It's going to be a big year for our defense to give the ball back to Matt Ryan. And we all know you can't win without a successful defense. Everybody want to always blame Matt Ryan for us losing, all that stuff. I understand. He's the face of the franchise. But we do have to understand he only plays on one side of the ball, which is quarterback. And we all know if you know football or if you know championship teams, they always have a good defense. So that's going to always play a big factor in it. So, you know, a lot of guys who sign to 1-year deals, they have a lot of opportunities to do something, to make something happen. So if we get that going, defense complementing the offense, sky's the limit, man. Do your job.
Time out. Jamal Grant out here giving what? First off, he gave $5 before. That's for the first gallon of gas. Now he's giving another gallon of gas. Man, I'm gonna have to get my stuff from Mobile or BP. Keep giving me that good quality $5, man. ain't no sicko here. You know what I'm saying?
Ain't no sicko.
Ain't no sicko, dog. Ain't that watered down stuff? I'm gonna have to stop at Shell. Yo, man, he says Jamal Grant, appreciate the 5.
Appreciate it, bro.
$5. Matt Ryan developing 2 young quarter QBs in the film room. Go. Yes, he is. He's like, you know, my man's gonna be in there like that song that do you see what I see?
Somebody said top 20 defense. Like, you know, top 20 defense is a lot better than what we was last year, but you know, that is progression at the end of the day, and we know where Dean Pease, his resume speaks for himself. Wherever he's been, he at least been in the top 15, top 10 defense, and I think if you could give Matt Ryan that and us controlling the ball on offense, the time of possession, we're going to be a playoff team this year. Primarily, if we be in the top 15 defense, expect the Falcons to make the playoffs. Expect us to compete and win the division as well, which is why we're going to surprise a lot of people. In 2016, when we went to the chip, our passing defense was like 31 or 32. Like, we had a young defense. At the same time, this defense now is a little mixed with veterans and some few young guys that got experience. And like I said before, we hit the $2. The $2 was a lot of these guys have that opportunity. It's 1-year deals, so let's see what you can do and make something happen. So,
I'll tell you something, man. For as long as everybody has been an Atlanta Falcons fan, that's a long time. Everybody in here, you don't just become an Atlanta Falcons fan. This is investment, man. This is like marriage, bro. Like, you don't just become a fan, okay? Like, you go through the ups and the downs and the baby mama drama and the late night phone calls and the walking through the parks and the date nights and stuff like that. That's what this team is about, man. You gotta be invested like this. You can't just come in and like this team like the Bucks. Shots fired, but you can't be like that, you know. So you can't just be liking this team like you like the Rams. It's like all flash and dash. No, this is heartbreak and pain, man. Okay, that's what this is about, man. Now going back to what I was saying is like to prove my point is if you've been an Atlanta Falcons fan for a long time, yo, everybody said the same freaking thing for the past at least decade or so. Yo, man, if we can only get a defense, man. If we can just get somebody just like to stop somebody. If we can get somebody that's like, if we can get a team that could be in the top. I think there was people maybe not even saying it's like where we would be ranked. We just want like a team that could stop somebody. I mean, how long have we been waiting for an edge? Every draft that I sit here and watch is we've been waiting for a great or a decent pass rusher since the great Chuck Smith has left. Somebody you could just line up. Even when we had John Abraham, he was good, but I wish we would have had him like earlier. You know what I'm saying? We had him earlier in his career. because that dude was absolutely outstanding. Even with Dwight Freeney, we get these guys kind of like on the tail end of their career, but we could never find guys like almost like in their prime, or we can develop them. You know, we thought tackle was going to be that. Anyway, we thought he was going to be that, but my man wasn't right since draft night. His head wasn't right. But but if we can get, oh my God, prove it. Why you say that? I keep telling you guys that y'all gonna be every time that I sit here, I'm gonna start this show. I'm gonna start saying this. I'm telling you, I'm gonna coin this phrase. One of my phrases that I say when you first start off is like, it's Sunday or Saturday. You know what that means. I'm gonna start saying it's Sunday and Saturday. Did you get drug tested? Because my man Pruvit just said Robert Alford, the walking pass interference. Robert Alford, do not stop cursing, man. Stop cursing. Rose Saxon said, y'all make me want to play Madden right now. I ain't playing Madden. Y'all know Madden is trash. Okay? We ain't even talking about that. Madden is big garbage, man.
I haven't played Madden in so long, man.
Madden is garbage, man. Watch, rinse, and repeat. They just putting the same old stuff out there, man. And it's like they're thinking it's like a new game. The Falcons need a defense like Georgia. Lord,
yeah, we got to touch on that. Let me touch on that a little. So, that Georgia game, I ain't gonna lie. Clemson. You know, it was a little young. You know, a little sloppy. You know, we touch on that, but that defense was unstoppable. Part of the main reason why was those linebackers, bro. Mm-hmm. Those linebackers was hitting those gaps.
Dogs.
Like nothing. And another thing, they was running the stunts and running those schemes.
Yes.
So it's like, we have Debo and we have Foyer. They're both good at hitting the gaps and running, making plays towards the quarterback. Like, they're good at rushing. Like, they have good path rush moves and know how to turn their shoulder, dip their shoulder to hit those gaps. And that's the same thing what Georgia defense was doing. And I also think, to add on to that, Georgia defense was confusing that offense.
Mm-hmm.
Similar to how we're going to be confusing the offense. Clemson struggled. Look, they struggled finding where the pressure is going to come from. They struggled setting the protection. And I think once you execute and everybody does their assignment, including the D lineman, as far as running a stunt, all that plays a factor. Once everybody do their job right and it's all timing, it's like dancing when you're running a blitz. And it's so fun when you see it actually execute, when you see it actually happens. The way how you practice it, the same way how you practice it. So expect us to do have something similar with our linebackers and D line.
Ooh, what people saying? Number 99. A lot of people saying like bring him home. A lot of people say bring him home. What it costs, man? Trade your first and second, man. Cause that guy's about to make himself a lot of money.
Terry Fontenot was like this, bro. Terry Fontenot was at the game. Are y'all kidding me? If y'all think Terry Fontenot, he said in his interview that he's gonna go to the game. Terry Fontenot was there at the game, so they was scouting. 99 put on the show, linebackers putting on the show. So Terry Fontenot was scouting, looking, and that's come on, we in Atlanta, bro.
99, bro. Like, Malik Holmes said 99 speed, 99 tackle, 99 play recognition.
What you got for him, Mike?
What you got, Mike?
I'm gonna say that I'm gonna kind of piggyback off what Rich was saying. What I saw most from the Georgia defense is essentially what Dean Pease does. All right. Dean Pease, they saw everything. Like they literally saw everything. There's not one thing you got to understand with Kirby and his style of defense. He's not gonna sit home and he's not gonna do the exact same things over and over and over again. Like he's gonna give you different looks, and that's what I saw from his linebackers. Like this is probably the most complete defense that I've seen at Georgia in quite some time, to be honest, because that linebackers is just those linebackers. Oh my God, Jesus Christ! Those dudes are so fast. Their recognition is just unfreaking believable. You got Nolan Smith just coming off the edge. And well, I don't even want to talk about Nolan. I'm gonna get a hard on just for even talking about this dude, bro. Like that dude was. If you talking about a sexy football play, that dude was sexy football play. Woo, boy! How are you a defensive coordinator? You don't fall in love with that? How do you not fall in love with Jordan Davis, bro? Like.
My man looking like Homer Simpson right now. He's like,
All right. That dude, he is, and I'm gonna say this. I haven't seen a player like that dominate the game in that position since Dontari Poe. And people forget what Dontari Poe was. He was a 340-pound defensive tackle who could move like Grady Jarrett. That's Jordan Davis.
Animal. He's an animal.
In his day, that dude was unstoppable. So like, look, whatever we got to do, we got to stockpile. We got to trade somebody. Look, I need to have Jordan Davis. I need him. Period. Point blank.
Wait, you said Jordan Davis is 330?
The dude is 330, bro.
Yeah, bro.
That dude is humongous.
Yo, good. Oh my God. Look,
he doesn't move like it though. He doesn't. It like you look at him, it's like he's moving around.
That's why I was like, when Atlanta Nation said it, it's like, yo, Davis chasing down QB at 330. Oh my God, bro. Like I said, normally when I see guys like that, they're normally for, I don't want to say the team because there's somebody in here that said roll tide. I ain't saying that.
I seen that too.
I ain't saying that. But,
garbage, man.
Yeah, but usually guys that size are normally on that team. But God, man, if Georgia keeps playing like this, those guys gonna make a lot of money. Those guys are about to make a lot of money. Just like Rich said, you got your boy Terry Fontenot up there.
Yes, he was there at the game. Yes, the game was in Atlanta. He definitely said he was going to be at the game, being that it's in Atlanta and it's local. And he also said he does plan on scouting from early, going to these high school games, Pop Warner. So we know what Terry Fontenot did in the New Orleans Saints. He was a big guy. He was a big part of their scouting department and bringing guys in, and he was always good at that. So we'll see how that goes. Him being in Atlanta with us, and we're gonna keep that going. So, yeah. I mean, we pretty much answered the question, like whether or not. I mean, we got a little sidetracked with the Georgia game.
we did, but look, man. Look, Mike got a necklace with the heart. Hey, look. I'm telling you, bro, I got man crushes in football. I'm not ashamed, all right? I'm so not ashamed. Jordan Davis is my that's my crush, bro. That's my football.
Ain't no capping here.
Ain't none.
all facts, all stats, no cap.
No.
That's what it is, bro. That's what it is. But moving on, does the secondary need to add another piece to be successful? You want to take this first, Mike?
Yeah, I don't think so. I think we got everything we need. We have young talent we need to continue to develop. Isaiah Oliver, obviously, AJ, obviously, but Richie Grant, like we don't know what Richie. Well, I know what he can be, but like he's not the starter right now. We have two veterans, Eric Harris and Harmon. So I don't think there's anything we need. I like Williamson, the young Cat Williamson. He's on the practice squad at the moment. You have a guy is a solid young veteran, and Fabian Moreau. So like, I don't think we're hurting. I don't think we need anything, to be honest. Like I like Jalen Hawkins. He's going to be a solid special teamer. So it's like I don't think we need anything at the moment.
I totally agree. I'm gonna take it. First of all, let me just say something real quick, man. We got 102 eyes on us right now.
Baby.
We got 102 people up in here, man. We appreciate every last one of y'all that came up on a Sunday, either whether you're at the blood bank, whether you about to cut the grass, like prove it, or whether you in church listening, knowing you damn well you ain't supposed to be listening.
Please tell the pastor y'all not watching us because I don't want those consequences. All right, y'all pay attention.
They probably got the Bluetooth in the ear. One ear on God, one ear for us. I'm telling you, y'all know what y'all doing. I know what y'all doing, man. Y'all in church about to talk about the benediction. You know what I'm saying? Y'all listen to AFN.
Hallelujah.
Like, preach, Pastor Mike. Who's Mike? I'm telling you, but see, look at that. Nathan said, I am vacuuming at work and got my headphones. All I need is one arm to vacuum.
Hey, man, I love it, man.
That's all it is, man, on a Sunday.
Hey, man,
that's what it is. Malik Holmes said the pastor probably watching too.
Hey, man,
but do we need a second the secondary? Do we need a piece to be successful? No, I think we could scheme it. You know, because we already got a guy. We already got a guy, number 24. Number 24 on his jersey, number 1 in your hearts, AJ Terrell. We already got him. So we're good with that. Now, what we can do is like we could scheme and roll coverage to possibly the other side, but let's not put any any shade on Fabian Moreau. He's a technician. He's probably not going to give you a lot of interceptions. I don't think he's not that guy. He's not a ball hawk.
Right.
But what he is a guy that's going to be there, that's going to make the tackle, make the sure tackle, or he's going to get his hand in there and probably pop that ball up in the air. And one of our ball hawks, whether it be Foye, whether it be Debo, whether it be Eric Harris or Deron Harmon, one of those guys is going to be around the ball and is going to pick that ball off. We're going to have a swarming defense. And all we need is somebody possibly to punch the ball out like Foye does, which he's getting really good at. I mean, Foye, I'm going to start calling that guy Peanut Tillman because he is basically doing exactly what Peanut Tillman used to be. If you don't know who that is, look it up. He used to play for the Chicago Bears, number 33. And he actually coined it with the punch. It's called the peanut punch. And he used to punch that ball out time and time and time again. And Foye has basically perfected that. Debo, interception machine. We got Eric Harris, who, even though he came from the Raiders, please don't hold that against him. The man can only play the way he plays. But he's a ball hawk, and he got the right with a walking interception. Fabian Moreau is going to be just fine. And behind him, we got Avery Williams, who we're going to be grooming, and Darren Hall, who's probably coming down the line, and Isaiah Oliver is great in the slot. He is a short tackle in the slot, and then you could take him out if you want to do some sort of rotation, and you could put Richie Grant in. Because you could use Richie Grant as like your slot or your rover, or the way they use Tyrann Mathieu on the Kansas City Chiefs. They can just use him just to rove or to spy or something like that. So that's what I got, but I don't think necessarily we need another piece, to be any kind of successful. We got the pieces already. What you got, Rich?
Right, absolutely. That's one of the first things we did in free agency was grab those safeties right away, filling in those pieces. When you talk about scheme and you're talking about putting guys in the best position to do what they do best. And that was one thing that Dean Pease emphasized on. And he also emphasized that it's going to be simple on the back end as far as not making the coverages so complicated. And I think we're seeing a lot of that with Dan Quinn. I feel like he was just doing a lot too much. He was doing way too much. And that's why you see certain guys wide open, or you will see it would just be chaos. And it would just be like, why is this dude open? And I think it was Dean Pease. Let me bring up what Ghost Pepper said. Ghost Pepper said that Dean Pease could be the reason why the Falcons finally win a Super Bowl. When was the last time a Falcons coach stated that he tailors the scheme off his players' abilities? Which is, I can't remember either, bro.
Nobody.
And that's a great point, bro. Shout out to you. But yeah, so that's all I gotta really say on it. It's gonna be more simple.
I mean, Ghost Peppers hits on something else again here. Where he says like, well, I wouldn't necessarily be against the idea of bringing in another corner like Jimmy Moreland. That won't be too bad. But again, it's when you talk about trying to implement scheme and you're trying to implement cohesiveness and being complementary with each other. I mean, Dean Pease even said it that he wants everybody on that defense to know what the next man is doing. So if you're in the secondary, you need to know what the linebacker is doing. If you're in the linebacker, you need to know what your defensive lineman is doing, as well as the safeties. It's also a way to get respect for everybody on that defense. You're not just out there looking for sacks. Like, we're trying to play as one cohesive unit. So if you don't understand what the person is doing behind you, then you're not going to understand, like, well, my drop, I need to have my drop be shallow because I know my man behind me can get me or whatever like that. Or I need to roll over here, because I know my man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I need to guard that hook. I need to guard that. I told you I played DB in high school.
No. I hear you. You preaching, bro.
Man.
Yo, we all on fire right now. Believe it or not, we're in church right now. Go ahead. Go on now. Throw them flames in the chat, bro. Like, we all on fire, man. Like, it's lit right now.
We're getting the guy. We're getting the guy. We're going to be adding the guy mid-season if he a couple of weeks if he continues to. But we forgetting about a guy. Like, if we're talking about adding a guy, we are adding a guy when he gets healthy. Hint, hint.
I might have missed that. Who that?
Kendall Sheffield. Everybody's forgetting about Sheffield. Kendall Sheffield will be added to that. He's like, one thing about Kendall Sheffield that a lot of people are missing is that, especially when you put him in a system with Dean Pease like to use his athleticism. He loves to use his athleticism. And Kendall Sheffield has that at his disposal because guess what? He's going to be blitzing. We know that Kendall Sheffield can tackle. He's a physical guy. But it's always been about, can he pick it up a lot faster. It's like, and quite frankly, I think with Dan Quinn, they left him on the island just way too many times. Like, he had no business going against guys like Godfrey and what's the guy? I think his name Godfrey, Chris Godfrey with the Bucks. Like, he got no business going. Like, that's essentially a number one and number two playing in the spot. You have no business leaving him one-on-one with Kendall Sheffield. He gonna eat Sheffield up. Like, he gonna eat any second or third corner for that much. Like, you gotta have a number one on him. So it's like I think he's gonna do well and providing that. And another thing too with Sheffield, people don't realize, like, he's big enough to play that free safety position. He has the athleticism, he has the range. So it's like, this is the reason why he wanted everybody to play, to kind of understand what every defensive back is doing, because it teaches those guys, all right, I see what you're saying. If I see what you're saying, then I can make the necessary adjustment.
Yeah. I mean, the way it is that you see how what the Falcons have been doing. They've been coming up with like injury settlements and cutting people like that. There's a reason why that man is still there. They must seen what Kendall Sheffield can be capable of. And it's always like, if you're healthy, Tony Wright said it, Kendall Sheffield will be a vital part of defensive secondary once he's healthy. That's the whole thing. This guy's fast, man. This guy ran like a sub 4.3. This guy is absolutely like a monster if he's healthy. And I think if we could scheme it right, like once he gets his mind together and once he gets his body together, oh yeah, we're gonna have a 1-2 punch. We're definitely gonna have a definite 1-2 punch. But yeah, like what do you say? Like during the middle of the year, like he's gonna be coming back.
Yeah, he's on a pup. So I'm saying like he's gonna be back by like week 5 or something like that, week 6. It's an undisclosed injury, so we don't know what specifically that is. I think the injury could possibly be a groin. Typically with defensive backs, that's usually an injury, being that they have to flip their hips so much and get out of those breaks. And Kendall Sheffield, he was thrown in a fire early with Dan Quinn. And the technique, that was all he really had to work on. And during the time he was playing the slot corner, and which already is hard as it is. And mainly when you're in man and you have that receiver running that cross route or that drag routes, you get a lot of action, a lot of traffic with other receivers trying to pick you off and seal you off. So most of the times when Sheffield, he was a step too late, typically, but he was always been there. They just, sometimes the receiver and the quarterback would just make a great play on the ball, which is why you'll see Kendall Sheffield look bad sometimes, but typically that's not always the case with some of these players.
I mean, let's also say that Kendall Sheffield is not a cover 3 corner.
Oh,
like
no.
I mean, can I just say that, like, he's not, he's just not a cover 3 corner. Like, you look at him, and he just doesn't look like a cover 3 corner, man. He looks like someone that you have to put him in a defense, like a Dean Pease defense. Whereas, like, let that man, I mean, let his athleticism show, because with that speed, it's like he can play man with anybody. He can run with anybody if you want, So it really does not matter. Like I said, unless it's like a cover 3 scheme that we're totally not going to run anymore. But once that man gets back, I mean, Moreau, your days might be numbered, but once that man get back, it's like, they put him in there. They're gonna find some ways to get him in there. But I remember, I don't know who said it, but they said Triple G. I'm just gonna say this real quick before we move on to the next topic. Just because like you run like a fast 40 doesn't make you a good kick returner. You got to have vision. Like you got to set up your blocks. Like, I mean, running a 4-3 means you run straight fast. You got to be able to have vision. You got to be able to have wiggle. And Sheffield's just not that guy. Like, we have a guy right now. We have Williamson, and he looks like he gets like 25, 30 yards without even trying.
Right.
With bad blocking. So
it's all about setting up your blocks with being a returner. You can't just go out there running fast. It's like the guys out there run equally as fast towards you. So you got to know how to set up your blocks. And it's more so vision than anything.
Exactly. You have to have that kind of vision. I mean, CP is one of the best to ever do it. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, you've seen exactly what we're capable of when we have somebody capable back there. We had a Devin Hester or somebody that they fear. Once you're able to flip the field position like that, I mean, Matt Ryan, his offense is going to flourish. Like, we don't have to work as hard. We ain't got to go like 15 plays. We ain't got to go on that classic New England Patriots death march where you have to go from like the 20 to the 20. Yeah, 15 plays, like 80 yards, 11 minutes, going through like two or three commercials, and they still got the ball, man. That's that death march, man. But here it is, ladies and gentlemen. This is your more than likely people's favorite part of the show. We're going to open up because with AFN and definitely especially with Ray Clay's Sports Morning Show, we are about the fans. We are about the comment section. We are about the people. And we already have the people sharing. We got the great one in the house right now. We got, Big Rich, and you got Mr. Magnus. You got Deacon Magnus, what one of these guys said in the comment. You got the Deacon here. And we want to give you guys an opportunity to come on to the show and say whatever you have maybe on your heart. I mean, for those that's in church right now, when you got to stand up and say, like, if you have something on your heart, if you got a song in your heart, like, go ahead and say it. You know what I'm saying? So, we give you an opportunity to come on and you could talk, chop it up with us for, like a minute or so, get whatever you want off your chest, whatever it may be. Just don't come in here bashing the team. Don't come in here shaking your head about 8-9 times or whatever like that. Like, just come on here and just say what you got to say. And then you can just be out. That's what saying what your chest is all about. All right? We'll give you guys a couple of minutes to strum up the opportunity, strum up the confidence, strum up the the ability to come on here and say what. See, Rich over here shaking his head.
I know. I'm saying real talk, man. It's all love, man. It's all love, man. Love is love, man. We got 100 people in here. We're all talking. Everybody's involved in the comments. We're just giving you guys that platform, giving you guys that opportunity to speak. Because the Falcons fans and just the fan base itself, we are the nation. So the same reason how, Magnus and myself, we came on the show, Mad Mike and Maggie, they gave us the opportunity, the same platform that we're doing right here, right now, is to give you guys that chance to speak and just to say and be part of what we're doing and worldwide. And, don't hesitate, man. It's all love, though, at the end of the day, bro.
Every time I do this, it's like I have to tell the story of how this came along. Because every time I sit there and say it with the chest, the damn eyes drop. We went from 92 people to 88 people. And all of a sudden, everybody want to leave.
Everybody want to run now.
It's all right, though. Time will come. We'll have those days like that. It may be like that.
We play a hot potato with the mic, man. You ain't got to pass the mic, man. It won't burn.
I tell you, it's funny. I feel like a bad DJ. Like I put the wrong record on, and everybody want to leave. Everybody will be like, "All right, yo, let me call out last call." But yo, I'm gonna say straight up, like when I came on here, I had one notepad that was just filled with paper. Okay, it was just filled with a whole bunch of notes, and my voice was bouncing because I was nervous in a mug, man. And what happened was, you come on with facts, you come on with stuff that backs up what you say. Honestly, you don't even have to come on with a whole bunch of notes or nothing like that. But if you just come on, you just say whatever you got to say, like just straight up, like, all right, prove it, come on. Prove it said I'm here. Let's go. Like, I know you were supposed to cut the grass, but go on ahead, like give yourself a break, come on in, get some AC, get some cool air and come on in, bro. TY, there's no particular topic. This is say it with your chest. It could be anything that you want to get off your chest. As long as you ain't sitting talking about family issues or no Jerry Springer stuff. It has to be football related. Okay.
No trolling, no trolling either.
Yeah.
All fan bases welcome too as well. all different teams, all 32 other teams, different teams that you like, we're all welcome. We just want to talk football with everybody, If any Eagles fans are in here, if you know an Eagles fan.
Speak on your team, man. Speak on your team. Speak on whatever, like the Georgia game, Alabama, whatever, man. Whatever y'all want to speak on. This is your opportunity to kind of say what you want to say.
Yeah, there's no particular topic that's needed to be on a show. Just click that link and you know what I'm saying? Just come on in. I mean, you might get clowned a little bit for being an Eagles fan. You know how it works last time. Y'all won the Super Bowl. Y'all know what y'all did in Philadelphia, like eating poop and jumping on the Ritz Carlton and whatnot. Like y'all know how to act up there, man. I respect y'all as fans, though. But you know what I'm saying? Y'all know how to act, but until somebody tries to well, I mean, he's asking questions here. I mean, I play fantasy football. We get in something together. Like, Mike said he sucked.
I'm actually ready about to do a draft at 1:30 right after this. So I'm about to get dialed up, ready to go. Make sure I draft Kyle Pitts.
Yo, Rich, what you playing on? ESPN or NFL?
Yeah, ESPN. I first started out with NFL, but now I'm all on ESPN. I actually like it a little bit better.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. Like, if anybody in here that wants to do fantasy, like hit us up in the chat or hit us up, like email Maggie and just say that we'll set something up. I mean, Mike said he sucked though, but it's like we'll set something up if you want to win a prize or you want to win like a guest. You want to be like a guest show host, or you want to come on here and like actually spend some time with us. Just put at least like an hour and a half to 2 hours aside. No, we ain't doing no Yahoo. Get out of here.
Yahoo. Bro, I ain't played Yahoo so long. That was about 5-10 years ago, bro.
Last time I was on Yahoo was Yahoo Chat. That was last time I was on Yahoo 15 years ago. Man. Right. But yeah, like if y'all want to do, I mean, like seriously, like if y'all want to really do like a fantasy thing, like against the host of the show or whatever like that, and then you can come on here with say it with your chest, and you could have bragging rights if you want to. Come on ahead. That'll be your grand prize. You'll get to spend like an entire show with us, just talking and chopping it up and whatnot. If that's what you want, So just let us know. Just hit Maggie up, hit Mad Mike up, or anybody. Just contact us, and we'll definitely set this up. But until somebody decides to show up, we just want to move the Q&A.
Let me say this before. All right, look, I'm an expert at this. You don't have to be nervous. All right, I know how to make you comfortable. This is what I do. This is my job. I've helped a lot of these guys, from Rich to Magnus, everybody, even Maggie. A lot of people don't realize that I helped Maggie kind of get comfortable with being on camera. You know what I'm saying? I have a lot of experience. I've been doing this for, nearly 5 years from doing radio. Started off about 5 years doing radio. So I have, I can make you comfortable. So don't be afraid to come on. All right? I ain't going to cut your ass out. As long as you don't say anything stupid about Matt Ryan, I ain't going to cut your ass out. All right? But, yeah, man, Don't be nervous, bro. Like this is what we do. We can make you comfortable, man. Don't worry about whether you sound crazy as hell. Like everybody know my voice. I can turn into Richard Pryor. Like my voice can get high pitched real fast. So it's like, don't worry about your voice. Don't worry about your looks. Not none of that crap. All right, that's all love over here, man.
Well, here we go. What's up, Mario? Like he ready to put his money where his mouth is. My man put up $50 and co-host the show. He puts his email up there. So I don't know if you want to take his information down. What's up, Mario at yahoo.com.
Yeah, man. If you serious, man, they'll we'll be serious as well, as long as you're doing what you got to do. We're gonna have fun and jokes, but it's something we're doing for the fans and for everybody else, providing good content, knowledge, and all of that what we're bringing. Sidebar. Also, if there's anybody, because I seen somebody ask a question about NFL ticket or streams or anything like that. If you know a way to watch free games or watch all the games and you got a stream link and it's good, drop that in the chat, please, because it's definitely needed. A lot of people need it. They can't afford an NFL ticket or a game pass or anything like that to watch a live game or a Falcons game. If you know a link, drop it below.
Bro, like I've been watching Sunday Ticket for at least like a couple years now, and they have like the worst customer service, man. I was just on the phone with them right before the show, and yeah, I'm about to talk major smack about Sunday Ticket, cancel my stuff, I don't care. But it seems like my man was basically talking to him, and he's like, they go through a script when you call customer service. They go through that script of troubleshooting and stuff like that. My man was like, why don't you hang up and then re-download the app and call me back. At that point, I was basically done. I was basically done. But ISO Joe says Stream East is a good website to watch. I guess to watch free games.
Stream East.
The only thing is like, is that something that has like a bunch of viruses on it, man? We ain't trying to go to no OnlyFans. We ain't go to OnlyFans.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I feel you, Corey G. Is like I live. Me and Rich live in New York, so we need the Sunday ticket to watch Atlanta Falcons games. So we trying to get that together. But again, if you guys got questions, because we about to wrap this up. We've been doing this for like an hour 38 minutes. You know what I'm saying? So it's questions and answers time. We got Q&A ready right now. If you guys got questions, like put them in there. Let it come, fast and furious right now because we about to wrap this up. My man said, what's the info on Oliver? T.Y. Hall said, what's the info? But what do you mean? Like what info? What info you talking
very
about?
defensive when everybody say what's up with Oliver. Like, why is it always him? Why everybody want to know what's wrong with Oliver? I really get defensive. That's the first thing. We don't say anything about what's up with Kaminsky, what's up with Marlon Davidson, what's up with the linebacker. Everybody goes straight to Isaiah Oliver. Like, he wasn't the worst defender. I mean, you clearly saw him play much better towards the end of that in the last year. He was one of he made several plays, interceptions, forced fumbles, getting playing tackles. I never understood why everybody's so infatuated with him.
What's that like? Are we moving him or is he improving? I mean, we put him at safety. We moved him at slot. We moved on the outside. Like he's going to be versatile.
He's had two picks in practice. I don't understand why so many people are like, oh, he needs to do this. He needs to do it. Like, why? That's my thing. We don't say that AJ Terrell need to get picks because he's only had one pick since he's been here. So it's like, why is it everybody picking on Isaiah Oliver? Like, why? What we want to know about Isaiah Oliver? What I want to know is what's up with Richie Grant. All right, like I want to know what's up with everybody else. Is AJ Terrell making strides? Is Monroe picking up things? Is Sheffield? How's Sheffield doing? Why is it always Isaiah Oliver? Just my 2 cents on it.
Yeah, I think he's just like one of those like hot topics and whatnot, because you see a lot of like writers and a lot of people that think, like down here that think they know. I mean, I know you're not picking on him, TY. I know that. I'm just saying, like, just a lot of people. Articles.
No. It ain't had nothing to do with you. It's me. I get real defensive when we start talking about Isaiah Oliver. I'm his personal bodyguard. That's my.
Yeah, but I think he's going to be fine. But like I said, he's just like one of those guys that people just talk about. That's just what it is. This is one of those guys that people talk about. Another topic is, do we have that Saints player, Tyler Davidson? Yes, we do. We still have him. We still have him. I mean, his days might be numbered if we get that number 99. Down there in Georgia, man.
Even Marlon Davidson himself, like Marlon Davidson gotta have a big year this year. He had last year was a rough year for him, which as well as for a lot of rookies. Now you got a successful off season and he knows what he has to do. So, who knows what Marlon Davidson could do on the inside as well.
Yeah. Daniel Robinson says, who is starting next to Grady on the D line? I think it's Davidson, and then you got Bullard. I think it's the
Bullard. Yeah.
It looks like it's Bullard and Davidson, right?
Yes, sir.
And then we running like four linebackers out there. So we're gonna have Foye, Debo, I believe it's Tui Mariner and Means, if I'm not mistaken.
Means, yep.
Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm good. Yeah. So that's who's going to be starting next to him. We're running like a base, with like air quotes, 3-4. That's what we're going to present to them, but it's going to be a multiple set. Marlon was a monster that first preseason game. Yes, he was. He's going to be a monster for the entire season. And don't sleep on what Nathan said. Bullard too. That guy's going to be a monster and like stopping the run. But Marlon's going to have a serious good year because they're going to scheme some mess for him. And don't sleep on Kaminsky. And don't sleep on Taquan Graham and the rest of those guys, man. These guys are going to eat. Like those offensive linemen are going to be seeing stars when we're done with them. What you got, Rich?
One thing I'm just a little maybe because I know Steven Means and Tutu playing outside linebacker now. They got moved to outside linebacker, and those are two guys that primarily was rushers as ends, DNs, and stuff like that. So I don't want to say this is a concern, but being that they're playing outside linebacker, there's going to be times they're going to be dropping in coverage. So there's times I want to see how they tackle an open field between those two guys. And that's going to be something that's going to be very crucial for us. For those two guys, primarily when they're dropping in coverage, if a guy is right there in front of you, sometimes guys get a little nervous in the open field and they could just miss a tackle. And that big 3rd and 2, that big 3rd and 4, if you miss that tackle and you don't get it, it ain't going to look good, But at the same time, I'm not saying that they're not capable of doing it. So far from what Arthur Smith and DPs, they said they like what they see out of them in the open field. But I just had to bring that up and mention that it's going to be a key factor as long as with them rushing the passer as well as also coverage and good tackles in open field. It's going to be big. Ogundeji, another one.
Hey, yo.
Yes. Yeah, that's all I wanted to say on that part.
We're gonna take a couple more. Then we're just gonna wrap up. I see you, Rodney Brown. I'm gonna get to you in a second. How much is Gallman going to be used behind Mike Davis? Actually, he's not behind Mike Davis. CP is. Cordero Patterson is running back 2, and Gallman's going to be running back 3. They're not going to throw him out there initially,
Right.
Like he's going to be there kind of to spell somebody, but again, it's like you have to, develop a synergy with your offensive line. And he hasn't got that opportunity yet. That comes through practice. So once they feel that he's up to speed, probably more than likely after the bye week, which I think our bye week is week 6, we'll probably start using him a lot more. But until then, it's probably maybe like a, you're going to have Mike D, and then you're going to have CP, and then you might have what we said earlier. I don't know if he was here or not. You might have Hayden Hurst, you might have Thor back there, and then you're going to have the unicorn. Anybody can get back there. It don't even matter. It don't even matter. What did I say? Rodney Brown, give you a chance. Any chance Huntley or Allison signed to the practice squad? Mike?
If I'm not mistaken, Huntley is on this practice squad. I don't. Well, Allison definitely isn't, but I believe Huntley is. Yeah, I believe Huntley is. I have to look
Huntley
at it again. I think he is. Yeah.
Yeah, Huntley's on the practice squad.
Yeah, Huntley's on the practice squad.
And we released Foreman.
Foreman, yeah.
Foreman too. Yeah, Foreman's up.
He's
released.
Well,
really is. What's going on, man? Like, I appreciate you, man. Apparently what he's saying is, can the nation scout the opponent each week so we will know what to look for? We already do that. Like, remember, like, share, and subscribe, but definitely subscribe, man. We do that every week, like leading up. We've been doing this particular morning show on Saturdays and Sundays for the past year. So, and then you have during the week on Fridays, you have the heavy hitters, and Mad Mike throws videos in about 2 or 3 times, maybe even 4 or 5 times a week, depending on
4 or 5 a
the
week.
news that hit the depending on the news. If something new, if something is coming out, like there's definitely going to be something out there. Yeah, so trust me, like before you hear that,
follow everybody. So, I guarantee you will be informed and up to date with everything Falcons.
You ain't gotta wait for that. No.
We can scout the opponent. We do it all every week. That's what we do.
Yeah. So I'm telling you, when that thing comes up at the top of your, make sure that you got the notifications on. So when your phone vibrates or whatever, and you see, Mad Mike Sports or Atlanta Falcons Nation got a new video out on YouTube, you be the first one to get it, man. You be the first one to get it, really. So, what I'm saying? Like, so trust me, we scout every week. So we're gonna do this 17 times, and according to Rich, we making the playoffs too. So we're going to be doing like another 20, 21, 22 times. So, see, Proven said, Mike be on those updates. I promise you.
Hey, man, they drop as soon as I get them.
Yeah. I forgot, who was it? Somebody said, is Fowler starting? No. Somebody said, like, Fowler is starting. No,
I think he's starting. I think he might, like, Kabina is going to be multiple. So we're going to be 4-3 and 3-4. Instead that Fowler's going to be starting at the DN position. So it's different from outside linebacker. Sometimes they could get confusing between outside linebacker and DN. So we'll just see how that plays out. I know Ghost Pepper had something to say with this injury. We on the pub, and he's on the pub, and it's underclosed. My opinion, I personally think that it was a groin injury. I'm not trying to spread a rumor out there or anything like that. I don't know if it's specifically that. It could be a foot injury. I don't know, but I know you asked about that a few times, but we just got to be patient and wait until he come back. But yeah.
Oh, man, we got Devon Johnson with the $5. Well, we got $15 down, man. We got a lot of gas money right now, man.
Yeah, man. We appreciate it, man.
I can get me
appreciate the love,
sandwich at Subway. You get that Subway sandwich, man.
Ooh, man. Dang, I think I want a sub. Why the hell you had to say that?
That's an extra $5 right there, man. We so far, like in the throughout this show, we got $15. That's 5 subs right there.
Yes, sir.
we ready for the game, man. We got 5 subs.
Oh, yes, sir.
I thought Fowler and Walker was the outside linebacker. I think Debo is our outside linebacker. Walker is going to spell, was it Debo or Foyer?
Walker is at inside. Foyer is at inside.
Right.
Debo, he's also at inside. He's like playing the will linebacker. Like we said, Tutu and Memes and Ogundeji outside linebackers. What's his name? Fowler's at DN. Ogundeji like a DN outside linebacker. Like when you're running a 3-4 scheme, it's like both. It's like a hybrid type of thing. So yeah,
depends on the.
I don't even expect it. Go ahead, Mike.
Go ahead.
Sorry.
Well, it depends on what the offense is doing. It really just depends on if they're running a bigger formation. Multiple tight end set. They're gonna use Stephen Mays and Jacob Tuamara at the outside linebacker. So it really just depends on the formation. So it's like you may see Walker. You may see Walker and Debo outside. You may see Fowler outside. Like it really just depends on the personnel. So like that's why it was so much confusion of who's going to be starting because of the personnel. So what we do know up front that Grady is going to be Grady is going to be. That's all you need to worry about is Grady. Where's Grady going to line up? Because he can move all around the formation. So it's like, don't worry about anything else, the linebackers, anything. Just is Grady playing? Okay, we good.
Strength or technique? Mayfield doesn't seem to have the right combination yet. If it's technique, maybe he can be a quick learner. If it's strength, we'll take another year or so to build. Thoughts?
I can promise you it's not
Rich?
strength.
Oh, go ahead, Mike.
Nah, Mike, gotta go first. I'll go after you.
Yeah, that's that. I can promise you it has nothing to do with strength. Because that dude is an absolute freaking bull. I saw him up front at the practice at the preseason game. That dude is strong as hell when he gets his hands on it. I think it's more so what a lot of young guys. It's always technique. So it's like, technique. Younger offensive lineman, defensive lineman. That's why they got guys like Chuck Smith and Keenan Foreman and those guys who teach these linemen the proper technique. If you didn't know, Keenan Foreman, former offensive lineman for the Atlanta Falcons, actually has an offensive line school similar to what Chuck Smith does, and he taught Chris Lindstrom, some things. So like these guys, it's all technique. It has nothing to do with strength when we talk about guys in the NFL. Even with Peter Kunz, people say Peter Kunz wasn't strong enough. That's not necessarily the case. His issue was always technique. He will always allow defensive linemen can always get under his pad, and his anchoring was just it just wasn't quick enough.
Yeah. Well, we appreciate y'all for spending an hour and 53 minutes with us. We're gonna move on to final thoughts. Rich, you could take it away with your final thought for the show.
Okay, man. More importantly, man, thanks to everybody tuning in on this Sunday. Like I said, we usually live on Saturday mornings, but today on Sunday, we're still experimenting, trying new things out, and turned out great as always whenever we're live, no matter day or the time. Appreciate the love. Already know, wake that ass up. We're going to be here all season, throughout the season. Sky's the limit for this season. It's going to be great content, a lot of things to talk about. Shout out to AFN as well, the whole panel, all the affiliates. It's always great coming on here and talking good football with you guys. Love is love.
Yes, sir. With my final thought, I was kind of going back and forth with it if I wanted to touch on the subject, because final thought could be about anything. And what I've noticed is, even with content creation and content creators, This is a very mentally, emotionally draining thing to do, especially when you have people that, troll and they consistently, badger and they whatever, it's what it is, and the only thing is like, what we say, like we love and respect everybody and, we try to keep things tasteful and whatnot. And like when we talk to you or we start, joking on you and whatnot, it's never in maliciousness behind it. It's never that. It's always in good fun. It's like talking at the barbershop, like with your boys, whatever like that. And that's how we want to keep it. And basically want to go where I'm getting at with that is like, I know how it's been. It's been a year. Things have been locked down. Things have been a little bit, uncertain. There's a lot of uncertainty out there. And my whole thing, this final thought has to do with mental health. And I want everybody to take care of themselves, whether you're in the comment, all 82 people or 106 that was watching throughout this entire episode, almost close to 2 hours. I know we use this platform, and what we could be for certain people is like we could be a release, we could be a way to escape, and you could feel at home amongst us because we're just like you, we're going through the same things like you, and we just want to make sure that each and every one of y'all joins us again weekly and weekly, monthly, and yearly. We want you to become a family. I mean, Atlanta Falcons Nation is a nation. We are a family. It's like one gigantic cookout every time that we come on here. And we want to make sure that each and every last one of y'all are taking care of yourself mentally, physically, and emotionally so that when you come on here, it's not just you just using this as a way to escape the trials and tribulations that you're going through. It's like this, we just want to make sure that you're straight because the reason why I said that is, this too many people dealing with depression and, a professional wrestler actually took on life not too long ago, maybe like a day or so ago. So we just want to make sure that everybody's like in the right frame of mind and check up on your family and check up on your friends. You never know who's dealing with something. We check on each other all the time. We talk and chat with each other all the time. We will make sure that we all are straight before we come on here. So again, just make sure that you're straight, like up here, and check on your family and your friends. People hide this thing like really well. So just make sure you're good. All right. Go on ahead, Mike.
Well, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna continue to say this. If your ass is coming here to simply troll, this is not the place for you. I will smoke your ass like a Philly blunt. All right, do not do it. I will give you 20 minutes of absolute roast time. So don't come in with that. Oh, we're gonna lose. We're gonna lose every 5 seconds. Oh, we're gonna lose. This person suck. That person suck. I guarantee you're gonna get smoked by not only me, K-Styles, but everybody in the chat. You will get smoked. So this is not the place for trolls. All right. This is all about having a positive mindset going into an exhausting season. Not only for guys like myself, who I can't believe I'm saying this, but who is extension of the media. A lot of people don't realize the time that the effort and what we do to really get the content out. Like we take hours out of our time, like our own personal time. Like you said, this is, about mental health. Like we take time out ourselves just to talk football, to give you guys exactly what you need. That's why we have the AskMADMIKE segment. That's why we have Friday Night Madness, where you guys can come on and have your opportunity to speak. Say it with your chest. This is what we do. Like we come up with these ideas so we can better serve you guys. So when it all come down to it, this is, a positive place where, I'm sure these guys, like myself, like I wouldn't have. I'm an introvert. I'm gonna just be like that. I can only take people so much time before I'm ready to take my ass home and just, be in my corner. But hey, man, if you feel as though that you want or you have what it takes to be, whether a writer, or be on the show, or just see if you have anything, this is where Atlanta Falcons Nation, and this is why we built Atlanta Falcons Nation. because again, ESPN can kiss my natural black ass because they maybe 2 seconds of any type of coverage. They don't give us anything. So it's like we got to be our own positive place for sports, and that's essentially what it is. That's all I got to say about that. Hit that goddamn subscribe button. Hit that subscribe button. All right, but that's all I got to say about that, man.
So from Magnus, Rich, the middle linebacker headhunter, and the mad scientist himself, from all of us, all of you, peace.